Russian Roulette is definitely a very varied cartoon. This is a Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner cartoon from 1965, directed by Robert McKimson, and quite often with Wile E. Coyote cartoons, there are various different things that he tries, and they're usually quite packed with different things, but I felt like this one, more than most, just had so many more things in it. I don't know if it did, or if that's just how I felt, but that meant it was really engaging, because it went from one thing to the next, the pacing was really great. The title's quite interesting, because obviously it's a play on Russian roulette, but I feel like most Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons are basically like Russian roulette, where Coyote will do various things, hoping that at the right time the bomb will go off or whatever, right when the Roadrunner's there. But usually it affects Wile E. Coyote, and it is a kind of similar concept. So the title I thought was quite interesting because it didn't seem to specifically focus on this episode. But nevertheless, it was a really good episode, very well animated, with a real mix of different things. I won't go into too much detail, but I'll mention my two favourite things, which actually happened quite early on. That's not to say the cartoon got worse as it went on, it just so happens that some of the earlier things were some of my favourites. The first one is a photo booth, because I love the design of it. I love how that was animated, I love how we got to see the actual photos that were being taken. I thought that was really well done. And the other thing, well, it involves some springs, which is not unique. There are a lot of Wile E. Coyote cartoons that involve springs. In fact, something I've mentioned before is that I always feel like the sound effects when springs are involved are perfect. No exception here. But it's the word springs. We got to see the box the springs came from, and it just had the word springs written on the side of it, and I spent a good 20 seconds laughing at that. I don't know why, but I found it so funny. It's such a good word. If you've never said springs out loud, I recommend it. It's kind of onomatopoeia, which I think is great. Just spring, absolutely fantastic. Really love it. That's going to amuse me for the rest of the day. Really good Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner cartoon. Great variety of things. Really well animated. Really great pacing. And springs will amuse me for a long time. Definitely worth checking out.